So this week we've been finishing our initial plans of our music videos from last week and then evaluating it. So basically what we want to do is go through each of our ideas, pick out what our favourite parts are and then try and kind of work them together. So Jacob, what are your ideas?
So basically, for my idea, I did a sort of recording on a whiteboard and then drawing up the ideas for what I wanted. I did a separate one for the narrative and I did a separate one for the performance as well. So my narrative idea would basically feature around a man and a woman, and then the main focus being on the man, and then obviously they're having like breakup issues, and then they're getting into a bit of an argument. But she's really confused. The audience don't really know how she's feeling from her point of view because the main focus is around the man, and then she kind of goes out for a walk. He keeps trying to phone her, but she's not answering, so he's getting quite upset and quite frustrated. And then right at the end, when she goes out for a walk, she sits down on a park bench, and he walks past her, and then the camera shot just ends with him. It just pans around and focuses on him using selective focus techniques. And then performance-wise, because obviously I think it would be a good idea to tie them both in together.
Yeah.
It's probably best if we mixed it up a bit, so you could have some flashbacks of the male singing to the girl or something, or you could have, just as he's walking down the street or sitting on the bench or whatever, as I mentioned in the narrative, you could have him talking about it, and then obviously in the performance side of it, you'd have the more important lyrics sung so that they suggest that they're more significant.
So is that in the 1975 video Robbers, where they're together and he's singing to her like that?
Yeah, I think I've actually mentioned that on part of the research page. I put the video link up there and talked about it on there. So that's my idea. Obviously we've got to mix them all together at the end.
Yeah.
So what's your idea, Beth?
I made a prezi for my ideas. My idea was more of a party scene, which is a little bit more difficult to make look professional, but I did it in a way that it was kind of short flashbacks to a party scene and then to their relationship. It's also a relationship between a woman and a man, but also more about how it's an on-off relationship and always has been, and this is where the part it's either a make or break situation. And I've put in, so the narrative is mostly him walking home on his own and experiencing what life is going to be like without her, and then flashbacks to what it was with her. I've done the same with performance, where it's important phrases like "you're a liar" and "you beat me down," and then we're back to my car.
Yeah, that's the same idea that I had.
That's how it's done as well.
I want to have a focus on fashion as well, because that's quite an important ideology in the genre. Obviously the oversized jumpers, skinny jeans, combat boots, just all the stereotypical outfits that indie artists or fans would wear. Also, I've looked into the use of maybe alcohol and linking this to escapism, because he's using alcohol, the protagonist in the video, as an escape from his problems and to distract him for it.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah, so that's what I also, further down, I did research about smoking as well and how that is used as an escape, as well as the indie music, which is what the audience.
So you could say that he's trying to use the alcohol and smoking as a distraction away from his promotions for her.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
I think that's about it for it, really.
What about you, Neve?
Okay. So I did mine as a little video, and I chose to do the actual video in black and white. So then that kind of links in with a few ideas that I have for the idea for my initial video, which is it to have a very black and white colour scheme, whether it is just the costumes black and white or the actual filter black and white, because that is a very common convention. I've put neighbourhood video where the whole video is black and white. So yeah, and my idea for the video is basically getting this girl and boy at a party, and then they just have this massive fight, and you don't know what the fight's about, but then she storms off, and you kind of see the guy just trying to find her. So it's all like Saturday at night and everything. And then at the end, he finally finds her, but then she kind of just walks off and she doesn't want anything to do with him. So it's very, yeah. So I looked at a few like different lighting bits. So definitely want it like dark lighting, very like solemn and neutral. So yeah, and I also looked at a bit of like smoke in the especially in like this like party scene or whatever. So then it really does follow some like conventions and ideologies and stuff.
Yeah, it seems to like create an atmosphere.
Yeah,
Smoke.
I think all of our ideas kind of link to the sort of the male trying to claw back a relationship with this girl. I quite like the idea of the use of alcohol and cigarettes as well to try and deter him away from his emotions, but also like what Neve said about using the daytime comparison to the night. I think like it'd be quite powerful to show it at the night, but also to relate back to the lyrics.
Also, I like that we are identifying both audiences, primary and secondary, because mainly our protagonist is a male, which is the main target audience, and then we've got the female's point of view as well.
Yeah.
So we are identifying and relating to that secondary audience.
But also like the main sort of focus being about relationships, it sort of appeals to our target audiences.
Yeah.
That's the sort of same sort of troubles and real life scenarios that they're going through at the moment.
Sort of age group.
Well, in the same way like alcohol and cigarettes are being used as well.
Yeah.
Well, that I really like that idea. I think we should incorporate that in it.
I feel like obviously mine and Neve's ideas were based around a party, and that's going to be quite difficult to reconstruct into a film. So I like the idea of using it as like a park and walking through it, and also the park can be used as an escape as well.
Yeah.
I think you should have the links as well between, like I had in my idea, honestly. I think you should have the links between him trying to phone her, but her ignoring him. So you can use that across the cinematography, where you've got the graphic matches of the two phones and stuff.
Yeah, that would be good.
That'd be quite nice. But besides that, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
No, I like all of our ideas. They're bringing them all together.
So for the music video, we just need to storyboard it now.
Yeah.
Discuss the shot types and things like that we can use.
Awesome.
All right.
Yep. Done.